This property is about a 50-acre piece of land up in Marble. It's got a really huge flat bench that spans from the east side to the west side of the property and picks up the Elk Mountains on one side, and then on the other side it's a tremendous view of the Ragged Mountains. And so it's just this gorgeous aspen tree covered oasis. It's what we've always considered Basecamp, and it's been home to really the foundation of a school program for almost 50 years now.
Program started as a way of helping kids figure out what is over that mountain. I think increasingly fewer and fewer kids are getting the opportunity to do that. Parents are busy, both parents are working. It's not a culture of their family to go camping and hiking. And we break the kids into small groups of 8 with 2 adult leaders. And we hike them into this property in Marble. The next 2 days are spent either doing team building activities, which is sort of small group initiatives of solve a problem, or work your way over this 14-foot wall as a slightly larger group. And then the other day is spent climbing and rappelling, which is a lot of challenge your own personal boundaries.
One of the initiatives of this project is to make sure that we start seed programs for kids to be able to come from local valley schools and enjoy that property and really connect with the wilderness.
Whenever you put a human being into the wilderness like that, Mother Nature has a way of distilling everybody down to the bare basics. And so it's a valuable lesson at a really early age that allows for these kids to really appreciate their fellow human beings. You talk to anybody that's gone on 8th grade outdoor ed, and they will across the board tell you that it was one of the highlights of growing up in Aspen.
Multiple students who, when we've come back to camp and start talking about it, they've said the words, "I'm proud of myself," which is not something you hear from an 8th grader very often. And that sense of accomplishment is something, it's not just, I went on a high rappel and that's it. It's something that teaches 8th graders at that key moment in their life what they're capable of. One of the biggest threats to our program and it being able to continue is having access to the land.
For years, and through the 3 original owners of the property that go back all the way to the early 1900s, there's been goodwill, and there's been a really just an offer of that goodwill so that kids can continue to use the land, and that we know is not going to be a certainty long into the future. As educators, we've always wondered, was there an opportunity for us to have some sort of perpetual use of this property and a way to protect it? And we got together with the Aspen Valley Land Trust because they share some of those common ethics of conservation and of getting kids, local kids, into the wilderness. Every time we have kids up there, they start on the trail talking about how they can't wait to get back to their devices. And by the time that they walk off the property, they're in tears because they have to leave.
It's going to be set up so kids throughout the valley have an opportunity to go up there and experience this amazing place, and this incredible aspen grove and these dramatic cliffs and the rivers.
Whatever the ask to be able to hold on to this oasis, this little gem, it's an investment in students and the future of this valley. This is a great opportunity to take a small chunk of what we have, protect it forever, and give it back to our kids.